Bonjour, Meshko Paganon, Quain Edition Mangno Dam. Hi, everybody. It's Sandi Boucher here once again. I'm Red Thunderbolt Woman of the Loon Clan, a proud member of Seine River First Nation in Treaty 3 territory in Northern Ontario. And this episode's going to be different because in this episode, not only am I sharing something so near and dear to my heart, but I'm really hoping to get feedback from you. So there's going to be several ways you can do that. You can email me, sandy@sandyboucher.com. If you forget what my email address is, you can go to my website, sandyboucher.com, and use the contact form. Or if you usually listen to these on YouTube, you can go to my YouTube channel, and under the Path Podcast, you'll see this episode and you can comment on the video. But I really would love to hear your thoughts. So to explain what I'm talking about, I'm wondering if anyone out there has ever had an idea, something they've wanted to do, something they know is needed, and like all the experts tell us, also something that scares the daylights out of them, so they've never actually gone for it. They've found an excuse here, there, and everywhere so that it never happened. I don't think it's any surprise to you if I say that I have one of those. And I am known for not only my crazy ideas, quote unquote, but for following up on those ideas. But this one, I have danced with for more than 20 years, and I am not kidding. And the need has not changed, and I'm still not seeing the solution implemented. So now I'm thinking, Sandi, it's time. It is really time. But I'm going to put some feelers out. I did up a proposal. I sent it over to a woman whose opinion I value, that it matters to me. And now I'm turning to you to find out what you think. So what am I talking about? Enough burying the lead here. I am talking about the Gender-Based Violence Champions Wellness Circle, the GBV Champions Wellness Circle. So, as you may or may not know, there are many agencies and programs out there doing amazing work supporting women to get out of and as they come out of domestic violence situations, intimate partner violence, gender-based violence, whatever term you want to use. They help them with safety plans. They help them to escape. They help them to find safe accommodations. They help them to find more permanent housing. They help with counseling. They help with babysitting support. Whatever the woman needs to get out and get on her feet, these agencies and programs are amazing at providing that. And as a 10-year domestic abuse survivor, I have accessed those programs. And I would not be here today without those programs. I don't even want to think about my life, what would be like without that support. But there's a gap in services. And what I identified years ago is long after the violence ends, those women are still struggling with low self-esteem. Probably what got them into the situation, one of the factors that got them into the violent situation in the first place. They are doubting. I think one of the biggest price tags we pay in those violent relationships is the fact that we come out doubting our own instincts. So many women years later doubt their ability to pick out a good person, doubt whether they'll ever be able to love or trust again, and they worry about always being lonely. And when they meet someone new and they have fears, they see red flags and they share that with family or friends, the red flags are minimized. You're overreacting. It's no big deal. Give him a chance, which may or may not be accurate. And it's really hard to have those conversations with someone who doesn't understand where they're coming from and the background and what they're afraid of. That's what the GBV Champions Wellness Circle is all about. This is not for women who have just left violent situations. Those programs already exist. These are for women whose their violent past is years in the past. But maybe they haven't been able to move on. Maybe they still can't trust. Maybe they're still scared to love. Maybe they have minimizing friends and family. Maybe, just maybe, they need a supportive network who understands. And I'm not talking about getting together to whine and complain. I'm talking about a group of women who are focused on living, loving, and laughing again to their fullest extent without the fear because of what's happened to them. What this entails is a weekly meeting, one live, one virtual, where the women can come together, and there's a set agenda for every meeting. It starts with a potluck, sharing of food. Everyone brings something. And then there's an hour where one person shares their GBV story. And then you move into the theme of the night. And I've identified a whole bunch of themes. What happens when the ex texts? It's not that bad. Comments from others. I will never love again. The fear of lonely. Terrified to trust. The fear of love. Good medicine. And many other topics. Together, not only do they support each other, but they have a social network that understands. They can become good friends. They can learn to live, laugh, and love, and prepare themselves for the amazing relationship that they deserve. Maybe they're already in. They don't want to self-sabotage it with ghosts from the past. So that is what I would like to do. I would love to run those wellness circles twice a week. The live event would happen here in the city of Thunder Bay, where I live, on Saturday evenings from 6:30 to 8:30. Not right. It should be 6:30 to 8. Sorry, I can't do the math. And the virtual event would be Sunday afternoons from 2:30 to 4. And yes, we can eat together and just chat for the first half hour, even if we're virtual. What do you think? I'm one of those women. And I know I'm not the only one. And I know so many women that end up in yet another abusive relationship because they were just lonely and just needed someone to laugh and hang out with. And that's what these circles could be. So I originally did a proposal for this more than 20 years ago, like I said, and I just did it again. I sent it off to my friend. Once I get some feedback, I plan on approaching 2 other entities here in the city I live in. I am willing to host these in my home if I have to, just to get it off the ground. But it's it's a gap that has existed for far too long. I'm going after the recidivism rate. I don't want any woman who managed to get out of a violent situation to either have to live alone and lonely, fearing every relationship that comes along, or settling for yet another relationship that isn't what she deserves, because we all deserve healthy, happy, respectful relationships. So what do you think? The GBV Champions Wellness Circle. Oh, and by the way, why champions? Because think of any marathon runner, any athlete. They have to train. It's not easy. They have to be diligent. They can't be lazy about it. They definitely don't feel strong when they're actually running the race, but they believe in their future success. And that to me is what a GBV champion is. We can't get complacent. We have to surround ourselves with supportive people who believe in us so that we don't waver and give in because of the loneliness or because of a bout of low self-esteem. That's why I'm calling us champions, because I believe we are. We're still in the race. But this circle, this event, these events that will be held weekly are for the people who believe in their eventual future, in living, loving, and laughing to their fullest. And I want to be part of that. So what do you think? Send me an email, sandy@sandyboucher.com, or go to my website, sandyboucher.com, and leave a contact or use the contact form to get hold of me, or go to my YouTube channel and comment under this video. Whichever works for you, but I would love to hear what you think. And yes, I can do it here. Obviously, virtually, I can reach everyone, but eventually I'd love to find amazing facilitators in other communities who could offer the same. And we could all do the same theme, and then facilitators get together to debrief. I think it could be amazing. And God knows I've thought about this for long enough. So it's your turn. Let me know what you think. Until next week, take care. I love you. Bye-bye.